Hi, everybody, and welcome. My name is Miss Lydia, and I'm here today to talk to you about entrepreneurship. That's a really big word, isn't it? Don't worry, we're going to get into it more in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to make sure you have everything that you need to do this fun activity. First things first, do you have this document? You might have it in an email, you might have it on your tablet or your phone, maybe you printed it out. However you have it, be sure you've got it in front of you, okay? If you didn't print it out, that's okay. You can also just use some blank paper. That's fine too. Next, you want to be sure you have something to write with, okay? I like pens, but if you want to use a pencil like this one, or a marker like this one, whatever you have in front of you, be sure to grab it so you can write down, okay? And if you want to get really creative with our project today, you can get some markers or pens or crayons or colored pencils, okay? So that's everything you're going to need today. That's it. Except for one last thing. And this is the most important thing. You need to have on your imagination hat. Can you put that on for me? Pop, imagination hat. Because we are going to think creatively and we're going to have a lot of fun, but we need to bring our imagination. Okay, so let's get into it. So what are we doing? What are we talking about? What's even happening? Well, like I said, my name is Miss Lydia, and I am from Arrowhead Center at New Mexico State University, which works with kids all over the state to teach you about entrepreneurship. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to watch a cartoon, okay? It's a quick one, so be sure you pay attention. And then after the cartoon, we're going to talk a little bit about what we learned and what is an entrepreneur. And then you guys are going to use those imagination hats and think creatively to solve a problem, okay? Think of it kind of like a challenge. Are you ready? Do you think you're ready for the challenge? Okay, keep watching and the video is going to play in just a second.
What is that word? Entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who thinks up ideas and then takes action to make those ideas happen. This often means starting a business that generates a profit or makes money. Entrepreneurs see a need and meet it. Once the word gets out, business gets good. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. All it takes is an idea and some hard work. You'll know when you've found that great idea. You might even need some extra help. But sometimes getting the right idea takes a few tries. Even though it's tempting to give up, a true entrepreneur is determined. Entrepreneurs learn from their experiences and mistakes and use them to perfect better ideas. Try new ideas. Eventually, you'll find the sweet spot.
Wow. Wasn't that fun? We see somebody who does 3 different things to be an entrepreneur. So first, let's talk about what was the entrepreneur. It was a character who started a couple businesses. Can anybody tell me who they think was the entrepreneur? If you said light bulb, that's correct. It was our light bulb. This character decided to do the 3 things it takes to be an entrepreneur. So our light bulb identified a problem. Our light bulb then brainstormed a solution and took action to solve that problem. We're going to go through those 3 steps together, okay? This is what we say it takes to be an entrepreneur. So step number 1, identify a problem. Say it with me. Identify a problem. Great job. Step 2, brainstorm a solution. I like to think of that like my brain working really hard. Brainstorm a solution. And step 3, and this is the most important step, because if you don't do this step, you're not really an entrepreneur. Step 3, take action. Can you say it with me? Take action. Great job. So those are our 3 steps and what we say it takes to be an entrepreneur. And that's what you guys are going to do today. Much like our light bulb in the video who identified a couple problems. Does anybody remember what that problem was? The main problem this light bulb identified was it was too hot outside. And so the light bulb opened a lemonade stand, right? And then the weather changed. Does it ever change where you live? It changes where I live all the time. So the weather changes, and then our light bulb sells hot cocoa instead. Pretty cool, right? The second problem, or the second step that the light bulb did, was that the light bulb brainstormed a solution, right? So once it had identified that it was too cold or too hot, it then brainstormed a solution, which was to sell lemonade or to sell hot cocoa. And the third step, taking action, our light bulb did just that. It built a lemonade stand, and then it sold its product to customers. And business got so good that it actually needed some extra help, right? I think it's a monkey or a lemur. I'm not entirely sure what helps it. But another character comes in to help our light bulb. Because sometimes you can't be an entrepreneur by yourself. Entrepreneurs work on teams too. If you have a sibling or a friend who's with you right now and you guys want to do this activity together and work on a team, you are absolutely welcome to. But if you're by yourself, that's okay too. A lot of entrepreneurs work alone. So let's get into our activity, and it's time for you to think like an entrepreneur. Remember our imagination hats that we put on earlier? Yeah? Make sure yours is still there, because now is when you're going to need it, okay? Let's go. So if you have that piece of paper or just a blank piece of paper, go ahead and grab it right now or pull it up on your tablet or phone or wherever you have it, okay? We are going to think just like our light bulb entrepreneur, and you guys are going to be mini entrepreneurs for the day, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We as a group are going to identify a problem, and then you are going to brainstorm a solution, and then you are going to take action by filling this out, okay? It's not hard, I promise. It's supposed to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want to share it with me, share it with Miss Lydia or your own teacher or your friends and family, go ahead and do that. My email for parents, if you're watching along, is in the extra credit assignment activity packet that you should have received along with this video, and you can send it to us. Or if you post it on social media, you can tag us in it or do hashtag Arrowhead Center InnoVenture, and I will see it. And I can't wait to see what amazing things you guys create. So let's get into it. Okay, you are going to have to brainstorm something new. Think of a product that has never existed before. But wait, there's one important step. Just like we said earlier, entrepreneurs identify a problem. So you need to identify a problem. Think of a problem you want to fix with your amazing invention, okay? I'll give you an idea if you can't come up with something, and you're free to use this idea or think of your own, because sometimes you might have an idea you like more, right? So here's my problem. I have a really hard time waking up in the morning. It's really hard for me. Is it hard for you? Yeah, I don't like to wake up early. So I need help. Miss Lydia needs help. And I need you to create a product that wakes me up in the morning. Or maybe it wakes you up in the morning, or your siblings up in the morning, or your parents up in the morning. Something that wakes a person up, okay? That's my problem. You can pick a different problem, but that's my problem. So on this sheet of paper, I'm going to now think of an amazing idea. I'm going to brainstorm a solution to help me wake up in the morning, okay? And then once I've come up with it, I'm going to fill this out. 2 rules. It cannot be a parent, because you can't sell a parent in a store. It has to be something you can buy in a store, product. Rule number 2, it can't be a cell phone, because I already own a cell phone that has an alarm, and it isn't enough. I need something more. This is where your imagination comes in, right? We need to be really creative. So no parents, no cell phones, okay? So you are going to brainstorm a product idea, and you're going to fill out this sheet of paper. So you are going to draw a picture of it in this box, okay? If you don't have this, draw a picture of it on paper. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to give your product a name, okay? Think about what your product is called. Maybe we're going to make a robot that lives in our garage. And when my alarm clock on my phone goes off, the robot comes out of my garage and tickles me awake. That would wake me up. Would it wake you up? I think so. So I'm going to name my product the Tickle Machine 200. Okay, so you're going to write that down. If you don't know how to spell a word, ask a family member or a friend or a sibling, or just do your best guess. That's okay. You're not being graded on spelling. Next, how will your product work? Okay, so I want you to write and tell me how would this product work? You're going to have to say something like, well, it's a tickle machine that lives in the garage, and when your alarm clock goes off, if you're not out of bed, the tickle machine comes and tickles you awake. The next one is, who is your product designed for? Okay, so think about who would be buying this product. Would it be children? Would it be moms? Would it be grandparents or teachers or Miss Lydia? Who's going to buy this product, okay? Think about it. Give as much detail as you can. Say, 30-year-olds who have a hard time waking up in the morning and really like robots. That's who are going to buy this, okay? And then the very last question is, how much will your product cost? This isn't asking how much will it cost to make it, just what would you sell it for? How much would it cost me to buy? If Miss Lydia is buying your amazing tickle machine, how much would it cost? Okay? And think about it reasonably. Would it be $1,000? Would it be $1 million? Whatever feels right for you, okay? But try to think about it compared to other things. Like if you're making a bed that does something, beds usually cost about $600 to $2,000. So keep that in mind, okay? You're going to fill this out. You can put color up here if you want, but be sure to answer all the questions, and that's how you fill out this assignment, okay? If you don't have this right here, you can answer those same questions here, and we will list the questions in the description box on this YouTube video so you can see those questions even if you don't have this piece of paper, okay? So that's the assignment. It's really easy, I promise, and I want you to be fun, be creative, be silly. Think of something that's never existed before. Think about if you're a little stuck on ways that maybe you would want to wake up in the morning. How would you want to wake up? Would you want an alarm clock that gives you breakfast? Would you want an alarm clock that starts a disco party in your bedroom? How would you want to wake up in the morning? Or, on the opposite, how would you want to wake somebody else up? Would you want to scare them? Would you want to surprise them? What would you want to do to help somebody wake up in the morning? Help me wake up in the morning. So that's everything you guys are going to do today, okay? You are going to think just like an entrepreneur. You have identified a problem. My problem. It's hard to wake up in the morning, or your own. You are going to brainstorm a solution. Think really hard about all the possibilities. And you're going to take action by filling out this worksheet, okay? And when you're done, you'll give it to your teacher, show your parents, and again, you can send it to me, Miss Lydia. My email is lh@nmsu.edu, or you can share it on social media and just tag InnoVenture or do hashtag Arrowhead InnoVenture. I cannot wait to see what amazing product you come up with. I hope you had fun. We have other videos available on YouTube as well. If you want to check those out, they'll be linked in the description box as well. And if you have any questions, reach out to your teacher and or to me, Miss Lydia. And I can't wait to see what amazing stuff you guys come up with. All right. Bye, guys.